Hey everyone, in today's video we're going to be retrofitting some demon eyes into these headlights, and we're also going to black them out. So to get this prepared for putting them in the oven, these are FRS headlights, by the way. So there's a grommet here, but there's 3 screws on this one where you have to take off, and the one plastic clip comes off. Then there's also 6 screws around the headlight which you have to take off. And once those are off, the headlight is ready to put in the oven. Just make sure all your bulbs and everything is out, and basically every screw you see. So yeah, so let's put it in the oven. You want to preheat your oven to 210 Fahrenheit, and you put it in the oven for 12 minutes. Sorry, I said 12 minutes last time. Alright, so after the 10 minutes is up, you take your headlight off. Mine pulled apart pretty easy. There's also the little clips on the sides of the headlight. There's only a couple. So you start from the corner and you work your way down, and then it comes right apart. So there's still adhesive in there. I don't think I'll need any more. I'll just have to heat it up in the oven before I put it back together. So yeah, so then here's the projector here. It was held on by 3 screws on the headlight. So then that pops off, and we're actually going to be putting the demon eye inside. So I'm probably going to be taking that off. There's 3 screws, 1, 2, 3. It's pretty straightforward. And then here's the headlight lens. Here's the housing. It's just held on by 3 screws, 1, 2, and 3. So we're going to be painting this black, blacking it out, and then putting the demon eyes in. Okay, so now that we got the housings out, first thing you want to do, you see how it's all shiny? The paint might flake off that, so what you want to do is you want to scuff it up. I scuffed it up with 600 grit wet sandpaper. You can use probably whatever you want, but yeah, you just scuff it up, then give it a nice light coat all around it. Okay, first coat is on, so we're just going to let it dry. Okay, so now that we got the headlights out and they're all baked and out of the oven and they're split, now it's time to get the projector out so we can install the demon eyes. There's 4 screws, or 3 screws, 2 on the top, 1 on the bottom. Or actually, yeah, there is 4. Sorry, there's 3 on the inside. So this piece from the projector that goes right in front of the projector is where we're going to mount the demon eye. So we're going to mount it on the flat edge on the bottom here. So what you want to do is you want to take your demon eye. This is an RGB demon eye, so you can get the app and it changes colors and stuff. So typically they have tape on the back side of the bulb, so you're going to want to take the double-sided tape off. So where I'm sticking it is right on the bottom here. So you're gonna make it all flat, stick it on, and make sure you get it in a good spot the first time because the tape might not be sticky the second time you try. So give her some pressure for a couple seconds, probably like 10-15 seconds. And perfect. So now that we have the demon eye, we have to find a way to route the wire. So what I am gonna do is put this back together, and I'm gonna route the wire. So it's gonna be sitting like this. The wire's gonna be up. I'm gonna silicone it to the lens there, and then probably punch a hole in the grommet on the back side to feed it through the headlight. So after the demon eye's back, or the demon eye is attached, you would just want to put the projector back together the way it was, and then you just put it back in your headlight housing and screw it back together. So now that's silicone. Put some silicone on the wire there and pushed it in and rubbed it with my finger, and then so that'll harden up and then it'll be solid. Now to go put a second coat on the headlight housing. These look good. So after they're all painted and stuff, you just put them back together the way you took them apart. What I did is I put them in the oven for 5 minutes at 210 Fahrenheit, and honestly, they squeeze together pretty good, and then you put in the screws and then just tighten the screws corner to corner and tighten them evenly, and they go together really nice. And yeah, the blacked out looks really nice. Alright, so as you can see, this is the next day, and we're going to be installing the headlights. Oh, it actually turned out sick. So, yeah, so let's start taking the bumper off. Okay, so I didn't really explain this yet, but I rear-ended someone because he cut me off and slammed his brakes on me. So thankfully I had this relocation bracket because that's what saved it, but here's the damage on my headlight. My other bumper was totally screwed up, so I bought that BRZ bumper. And also this bracket's broken too, so I bought a new one. So we had to drill the spot welds, pull the headlight rad support stuff off, and bend it back together. It's still not perfect, but it's like 90% close, so it's unfortunate, but that's why we're getting the new bumper. I'm gonna get it painted soon. I got the new headlights, and I also like the demonizer in there. I got fog lights to install right here, the fog lights, and yeah, today's gonna be a good day. I'm gonna put my splitter back on too, so let's get back at it. So there you have it. There's the headlights out. So glad to get rid of that. Put these in. Here's my new bracket I got for this side. So yeah. Oh, you can see we had to put nut and bolt where we drill out spot welds. It's not perfect, but it is close. Like you can tell right here where it's wrinkled. Yeah. Alright, headlights are mounted. It actually looks sick. Now I just got to figure out what way I want to wire them. Because there's the wire here or whatever, but I want to wire them to something where I can turn them on and off. Because on the app there you can turn them on and off. So, and my fog lights, positive in the positive, negative in the negative. And then I ran the interior switch up and along the upside there and into the cabin. And then the fog light harnesses themselves I just ran down here underneath the bumper. So right now she's mounting the fog lights into the BRZ bumper. Doesn't fit like too bad. There is a little gap, but I'm gonna eventually buy actual BRZ ones. So yeah, after that we're gonna install the splitter. Then I'm gonna start putting the bumper back on. So all I got to do with the fog lights now is just attach the accessory here. Then there's a ground right beside it, and then it just plugs in, and then I just put the interior back together and I'm done. So yeah. Right, so the fog lights are all wired, everything's wired. It actually looks sick. So if you guys like the video, like, comment, subscribe, and see you in the next one.